This video is all about writing an essay, the different parts of an essay, and how essays are classified. I hope you like it.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever it is that you see this. So today I am going to give you a brief review on how to write an essay and all the different parts of the essay. Now remember that you can pause, stop, and rewind this video as many times as you want, and you can watch it as many times as you want as well if you have any questions left over. So let's get started. Now, the first part that we need to review is what is a paragraph? And you must be saying, Miss Adriana, I thought you were going to review essays. Well, I am, but essays are composed of paragraphs, of many paragraphs, in fact. So, what is a paragraph? It is a group of 5 or more sentences. Now, if you notice, I put in bold 5 or more because we need to start expanding our paragraph length because we are in high school and we need to start writing more and more detailed. Now, these are a group of 5 or more sentences about a specific topic. They have a main idea, they have supporting details, and a conclusion inside of each paragraph. Now, when we say conclusion in each paragraph, it's not that every paragraph ends in conclusion. No, it means that inside of that paragraph, you have the introduction perhaps of the main idea of that paragraph, the different things that support that main idea, and something that closes that paragraph, okay? It's organized in 3 different parts: my topic sentence, which is my main idea, my supporting sentences, this is where I have my supporting details, and my concluding sentence, which is what I just mentioned, that it's that sentence that closes my paragraph. Now, what is an essay? An essay is a short piece of writing on a specific subject. It consists of 3 different parts. The first part is my introductory paragraph or intro paragraph, my body paragraph, which is basically the middle of my essay, and my concluding paragraph. Now, it does say body paragraph singular, but in some cases you can have multiple body paragraphs depending on the topic that you're writing about. Now, when you think of how we write an essay, I want you to think of a hamburger. And those that have taken class with me before know where this is going. So this is our essay, hamburger. Yes, you've heard this before, and I am going to say it again. Now, we think of a hamburger because the more ingredients that you put inside of a hamburger, the better it's going to be. Or if any of you have gone to this restaurant, Buns, in Condado, Guaynabo, and other places, you know that the more things you put inside of that hamburger, the more expensive it's going to be. Well, it's the same thing with an essay. The more details, the more things you put inside of it, the better your essay is going to be. Now, the top bun is my introduction, and sometimes my introduction can be mixed with my first paragraph, which would be the lettuce. That's okay. Then my tomato would be my second paragraph or my body paragraph. And if I'm writing about something that's very long and in depth, then I would add more tomatoes, more cheese, more bacon, etc. And my third paragraph or fourth paragraph or fifth paragraph would be my concluding paragraph, which is where I put everything together and I end my essay along with my conclusion, which is my bottom bun. This is just like the top bun and the lettuce. Sometimes these are combined together. Sometimes they are separate. It all depends on your writing style and how many paragraphs you need to have in your essay. So there are different types of essays. The first one is the narrative essay, which tells a story to a reader. When you think of a narrative essay, think of a story. A narrative essay is a story. A descriptive essay paints a picture for the reader. And yes, you can have a little bit of both together, and that's okay. But a descriptive essay gives a lot of details to the reader, the person that is reading the essay, and basically paints a picture for it. Think of like a travel brochure that is trying to convince you to go somewhere. My expository essay or expository essay gives facts to the reader. This is more of an informational type of essay. It gives information to my reader. It tells facts to my reader. The next type of essay is my persuasive essay, and it convinces the reader. It tries to persuade the reader into thinking the same way the author thinks, basically. And the last type of essay is a comparative essay. This is where we compare 2 or 3 things and how they are similar or how they are different. Most of the time you just have to compare 2 things, but sometimes we have to compare 3 or 4. It also depends on what level we are at. All right, we are going to go more in depth to the different types of paragraphs. The first one is our introductory paragraphs. So an introductory paragraph is the introduction of my essay, and it should include some, if not all, of these. It should have a hook. A hook can be anything that grabs the reader's attention. It should have background information where you have a little bit of information of the topic. That means that you're not going to give everything away right away inside of your introductory paragraph. And your thesis statement, which is 1 or 2 sentences that give the main idea of the essay, basically what you're trying to prove. So how do I capture the attention from my reader? All of these are different types of hooks. There are others, but these are some of the most common ones. The first one is to include an unusual fact. Another one would be a vivid description, ask a question, or tell a brief story. Something that I could use, for example, mixing ask a question and including an unusual fact. If I'm going to write about elephants, I can say, did you know that elephants are one of the only animals in the animal kingdom that mourn their dead? That's true. And I hook my reader by giving them an unusual fact, or perhaps a fact that they did not know. As I mentioned, inside of the introductory paragraph, we have the thesis statement, and I'm going to explain more in depth what this means. So, my thesis statement is 1 or 2 sentences that clearly state the purpose or the main idea or the thing that I want to prove inside of my essay. We basically say to ourselves, what is my big idea? What am I trying to prove, etc. And there is a thesis statement formula, and it's claim plus reason equals my thesis statement. Basically, claim, what I'm trying to prove. Why? My reason, why I'm trying to prove it. For example, here I have 2 classic examples. Pizza is an excellent party food. This is my claim. Because, and many times we have because as my connecting word to what I'm trying to prove, my claim and my reason. Because it can be divided equally for few or many guests. My claim, pizza is an excellent party food. My reason, because it can be divided equally for few or many guests. Another example. Children that read books when they are young develop better vocabularies as adults, according to scientific studies done at Harvard University. Here, my claim, children that read books when they are very young have a better vocabulary. Reason, because there are scientists at Harvard University that say that this is true. That's it. Your thesis statement doesn't have to look like one of these 2, but it does have to be present in your introductory paragraph in one way or another, where you are trying to prove something and why you are trying to prove it. The next part of my essay is my body paragraph or my body paragraphs. Body paragraphs are basically those that provide all the information that I need to prove my thesis statement, or that I need to prove whatever it is that I'm trying to prove inside of my essay, or whatever it is that I'm trying to demonstrate inside of my essay. They need to have unity and coherence. That means that they have to make sense. And you can't be writing an essay about the benefits of eating pizza and then start talking about unicorns. No. You need to make sure that you also include transition words. Remember that transition words are those words that connect different ideas one to the other. Now, inside of this, we have something that's called the patterns of organization. And also remember, you can pause this video so you can take notes and write this down, etc. These help my reader follow ideas. They follow a logical order, and there are different patterns of organization. They are there here. I'm just going to read the title of them, and you can pause the video. We have chronological order, we have cause and effect, comparison or contrast, or contrast, order of importance, and spatial order. Here I have the different definitions for each one of them, and they're very simple. Chronological means details, events, order, cause and effect, relationship with things. Comparison is similarities and differences. Order of importance, from most important to least important, and vice versa. And spatial order, where things are. Also, I have my supporting details, and these go along with my patterns of organization. I have facts, examples, sensory details, and quotations. And remember, you can pause the video to take note, etc. Now, transitions, as I mentioned, are words that tie one sentence to another and show connections between ideas. Sometimes they're called signal words because they signal the order that is being used in the different paragraphs and essays. Here we have some other common transitions. I know a lot of tables in this presentation. We have transitions for time, transitions for location, transitions for cause and effect, transitions for examples to show similarities and differences. These are obviously not all the transitions that exist, but they're the most common and popular ones. Now, last, we have our concluding paragraphs. And this is the last paragraph of an essay. A good conclusion restates the thesis statement and main points in new ways. And no, you do not need to write the words in conclusion. No, you can write something like to finalize, to summarize, to complete, etc. There's a bunch of different conclusion transition words that you can include, but you need to include key points. You can summarize them. You can offer opinions or suggestions. You can make a prediction depending on the type of essay that you have, and you can explain why this topic is so important. So that's it for this brief essay review. I hope that it helps you, and remember, you can pause, stop, and rewatch this video as many times as you need. See you later.